geek out on a Rudy aha moment really quick, Sarah? Just really, really quick.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's up to Gwen as to whether she's sick of this or not.
I'll allow it.
This is,
He let me do my 5-part, 2-part question.
I want to talk about something that I've thought about for a long time, and that's hitchhiking. I can't believe, so I'm a transportation finance lawyer. All I do all day long is trying to fix transportation problems throughout the country. I write for Forbes.com. I talk about it nonstop. And it wasn't until I listened to your podcast that I had an aha moment about why the hell would people hitchhike? Why would these two young women get into a car? Hey, dummy Rudy, there were no options. There was no bus. There was no train. There was no taxi service. There was no city transit service. And it hit me right then and there. Oh my God. Transportation is really sometimes the problem of lack of transportation puts people into dangerous situations. You guys did a terrific job analyzing the first couple episodes about how the West Virginia University system went and rallied, and they told people to enforce the bans on hitchhiking. And I sent you a little email last night. The one and only personal rapid autonomous transit system in the entire country is actually in West Virginia, and it connects all the West Virginia universities. I tried to do some research into whether or not the co-ed murders had an impact on the establishment of that PRT system. I'm curious, did that ever come up at all? Did you learn about the PRT and hitchhiking and a little bit more about transportation just because I'm such a transportation nerd?
No, that's come up quite a bit. So Jeff and I had always tried to find that connection between, does the PRT exist because of this horrible tragedy? Like, was this WVU's answer to that? And we could never find that connection. But there was someone that did. Simon Cole and Elise Burtenthal. Simon Cole is like in the Department of Criminology, Law and Society, and University of California, Irvine, and Elise Burtenthal is the assistant professor of law for Wake Forest Law in North Carolina. So the two of them had approached us and they were like, hey, there's a connection here, right? Like there's got to be. And that was always the rumor. I mean, because it would make sense, right? Like we don't have buses that go there, but we'll spend like several millions of dollars to get this PRT system up that goes intercampus. And they did some major sleuthing and they actually found the connection where that was being brought up. And that was helping push to get the funding because they've been talking about the PRT since like the 60s.
Correct. The late 60s. That is correct. Yep.
Right. But it wasn't really until Merritt Mallorik and Karen Farrell were murdered that started to be more of a, hey, we're going to give you some money for this. This is obviously a problem. And they wrote a whole article on it. It's not published yet, but it is fantastic.
That is great. I'm nerding out on the PRT because I'm hopefully working on the second PRT system in the entire country. And everybody always looks to the West Virginia one. I'm not lying. I couldn't believe. I was like, why is there a PRT in West Virginia? Like, what happened here? And it was a result of your podcast. It has led me down this rabbit hole of looking for this information. It's great so that some people figured that out. Gwen, I have asked my transportation question.